All right, should be rolling. It's your boy Stinky B back at it again. It's your boy Lil Skid Mark back at it again. Um, it's your boy Taint Stank back at it again.
Stinky.
Anyways, it's good old November 4th.
When Trump has been in DC throughout the time that I've been here and there are large rallies, that is when I will get called a f***ith.
Freedom of religion is real. I've been seeing those protesters bring their religion on other people.
You know what that means? You know what's coming up? Tornado season. Tornado season apparently in Oklahoma. Got kind of an interesting one today. I thought about this a while ago. I think I was watching 2012 and I thought about this. But last night I was kept up all night by tornado sirens. It was like 2, 3 a.m. up until, or no, it was like 3 up until like 5, having a hunker down. Nothing too serious, but you know. Anyways, it got me thinking after watching 2012, after being in good old Tornado Valley, I was like, man, what are some of the best, like, if I were to die in a natural disaster, how would I want to go? You know, like, what are the best ones? And, you know, I specifically thought about this in 2012 because it kind of incorporates almost all of them. So that brings us here. Made a little tier list. I got movie natural disasters because I feel like if you're going to go out, these are probably the most spectacular ways you could do it. You know what I mean? Movie adaptations. You know, this is going to be the most dramatic, craziest way, crazy thing possible. And I wanted to stick to with like somewhat realistic scenarios. Not totally, but like things that could maybe happen. You know, no monsters, no Godzilla, no nothing like that. Not a ton of options too, because I didn't want it. Like most of these movies, like you can only have so many natural disasters. These are just kind of the movies I resonate with the most, or that I've seen the most. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started, I guess. And then, like I said, 2012 is an interesting one. I don't know exactly. You know, it's got earthquakes, it's got flooding, it's got meteors. So I guess it's kind of like how long you can survive in these scenarios. I know I'm not getting on that big ass ship at the end. Man, just kind of based on some of the other ones, I think I'm just gonna assume I'm gonna drown in this scenario based on the title of it too. And man, I don't think drowning would be really a fun way to go. I think it'd be pretty panicked. I think it'd be pretty, you know, lungs filling up with water and shit. I don't know. It doesn't seem very fun or peaceful. And then you're in the fucking water. Like nobody's gonna, you know. I'm gonna go with D tier to start for drowning. And then again, I know I said I'm gonna try to make this like somewhat realistic, but just since there is so many zombie, you know, you can argue with people, are zombies real, shit like that. So I got 28 days later on here, and this is more of like just straight out apocalypse scenario. You know, like everything's gone to shit. It's not like, you know, yeah, there's zombies, but there's not a lot of like infrastructure or normal shit going on. Man, I think I'd be able to fuck up some zombies pretty good. You know, I've played a lot of video games. I've done my research. That'd be an A tier. You know, because eventually when you do get got, you know, it's always dramatic. It's always, you know, you always go down like a thug. You know, you're always like, man, take me out before this infection get me. One of my favorite fucking movies. I might get roasted for saying this, but I fucking love Armageddon with all my heart, bro. The movie, the soundtrack, the actors, the cast, everything about this movie is so fucking perfect. On the other hand, though, being wiped out by a fucking meteor doesn't sound too awesome. And man, I almost thought about doing Don't Look Up with this one because in Don't Look Up, spoilers, the meteor actually does hit the Earth. But man, Armageddon just kind of does it a little bit better. And Don't Look Up it's not like political, but it's a little more like satire based than like being trying to be super dramatic like Armageddon. Man, it's everybody's dying, so I feel like it wouldn't be that bad. It might be up there with zombies, honestly. I don't think it'd be that bad. I don't think it'd be that bad. Next up we have Contagion. Man, I watched this when it first came out. I don't remember a whole lot of the movie, but I kind of just threw this in here for like any type of disease or, you know, recent COVID shit, basically. If there's a real big bad COVID-20 maybe. And man, after seeing how people handled the whole COVID situation, I feel like if there was a serious threat like that, I think we'd all be fucked, and I don't think it'd be very fun. And I think it's just a lame fucking way to go. You get sick and you're dead. There's no climax. There's no nothing fun. Like you die from going to the grocery store. Couldn't be me, dog. I'm gonna go with F on that one. That one seems pretty fucking lame. Day After Tomorrow. Again, I watched this a long time ago. I'm just associating this with freezing to death. Man, I like the cold. I think I'd be able to thug this shit out pretty well. Probably better than zombies and the fucking meteor. So that's gonna be my S tier for now. And also like, what happens in that movie? Okay, yeah, it's just a big climate change. Shit's freezing. New ice age. Okay, yeah. New ice age. I got you. Yeah, I think I'd be able to thug that out pretty well. Not great, but throw on a little jacket, a parka, whatever. Put on some, what are those called? Slim Jims? Not a Slim Jim. Long John. Throw on a Long John, get a nice hoodie. You're good to go, bro. Man, another one I haven't seen since its release. San Andreas. I remember seeing this a long time ago. This was like when The Rock was just starting to get into fucking everything. Man, we don't get a lot of earthquakes around here. And if we do, it's just really minor shit from like fracking, I think. Just motherfuckers drilling and shit. I don't know, because this one, it's like shit's just gonna fall on you, right? Like if as long as you're not getting engulfed in the fucking crevice, like if you were in the middle of a field and a big ass earthquake happened, like you'd be fine, right? I don't know. I'm gonna go with C, just because you're probably just some shit falling on you. It's kind of lame. It's better than drowning though. I'm fine with C. C's good. Next up, I got Saw. And then I know this one. You're like, well, Brandon, how you dying? This one I just kind of incorporated with being tortured to death in any type of fashion. You know, name any of them. Again, Saw, most dramatic scenario. So I don't know. Man, fuck. This one's got to suck pretty bad because you're being tortured, and especially if it's like. I'd like to think I could take on Jigsaw, but I can barely fucking comprehend his movies sometimes. So I'm gonna go with F tier on this one too. That sucked pretty fucking bad. And then next up, I got The Happening. I kind of threw this in here just for kind of jokes and laughs. I also just kind of threw it in here because it can be the token horror, dramatic, disaster movie that just doesn't make a lot of sense. There's a whole lot of them. You know, movies that bark up, movies that create a huge, crazy scenario, and then they like, I don't know, I feel like so many of these movies build up this huge plot just to have it crumble at the very last like 10, 15, 20 minutes. And it's like, what was the whole point of this fucking movie? Like between this Signs, like what's that other one? The Knowing or whatever, where Nicolas Cage's kids are fucking Adam and Eve or whatever, just shit like that. Like I feel like they're all kind of, I know different scenarios, but like just dumb fucking plots. Anyways, got The Happening. This one is everybody's just fucking killing themselves, and I had to stop and think. I was like, well, this just sounds like real life. Try not to kill yourself. Isn't that everybody's goal? Isn't that everybody's day to day? Anyways, man, that's kind of fucking lame. I'm gonna go with B on here, even things out a little bit. And half the reason why I wanted to make this video, you know, it was what made me think of it was 2012, but my own twisters from last night made me think of doing this. And again, I was thinking about it like, it's not like an earthquake where like if you're in the middle of a field, I think you'd be fine. Like you can still get sucked up if it's strong enough. And I think most people die from tornadoes by either being like pushed into something, like slammed into a wall, like if you're outside or some shit, either being blunt force trauma or getting impaled by a nearby garbage or just shrapnel from whatever the twister created. Either that or just you're in your house and it just collapses around you and you're buried, or like I said, blunt force trauma from like your fucking bathroom walls, I guess, crumbling around you. This just sounds pretty lame. Man, it sounds better than drowning though. So I'm gonna go with C on that one. I'm gonna go with C. And man, last but not least, War of the Worlds is almost up there with like a really shitty plot. They come to Earth and then like, humans deserved the right to live on this Earth for thousands of years by adapting to microbes and the drinking water and shit like that. Like they just couldn't be here very long and then they died. It was just kind of the stupidest shit ever. Anyways, again with 28 Days Later in this one, I know not super realistic scenarios, but you never know. You never know. You know, I was going to go pretty low on the list, like that would suck, but I do feel like I am in the best country to defend myself from aliens. There's a lot of fucking firepower here in the States. Not to be like, ugh, but like, I feel like we'd fuck some people up. Fuck some aliens up. I mean, we're already fucking illegal aliens up. I can only imagine if we actually had a reason to take some anger out on some people. Some actual aliens. Honestly, I'm gonna go with B. Because it's like, yeah, you'd probably fucking die, but I feel like I'm in the best place for it. That's my tiny, tiny tier list. Again, I was thinking about making it bigger, but you're kind of just repeating scenarios at that point. Oh, man. I don't know. I thought this was funny. And I'm glad to know where I stand. You know what I mean? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I enjoyed making it. Just something funny. I'm always, I kind of had this thought a while ago, so I thought I'd just share my thoughts. Let me know if you have any opinions of your own. Let me know how you think you would do. If you think I'm full of shit and I would die instantly in all these scenarios, let me know. Anyways, guys, appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow me on anything and everything at EXX47, and I appreciate it. Thanks.